Hello everyone, I'm Simon Glazer,
I'm Ewan McDermott.
and we're Wellness Wear. So, what is Wellness Wear? Wellness Wear is a clothing brand that helps high school and college students who lack access to resources and a sense of community by decreasing the stigma surrounding mental health and enabling a conversation. As I said before, I'm Simon Glazer. I'm a sophomore at the University of Iowa, and I'm studying enterprise leadership, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Wellness Wear. A little bit more about my backstory and my journey with mental health. Mental health is something that I struggled with all throughout high school, and I didn't really have a support group or community that I felt comfortable going to. And this caused me to dig myself just deeper and deeper into a hole. So here, now what we're trying to do at Wellness Wear is create that sense of community so people can feel that sense of belonging and feel that they can share their mental health issues with others.
So I'm also studying enterprise leadership. I'm a senior, and a little bit more about my journey is that a couple of my best friends growing up, they always kind of had struggles with their mental health. I've been around it for a while, and I never really thought there was anything I could do about it in a broader scheme of things. And then I heard Simon pitch this idea at Startup Games. I thought it was a great way to get involved and kind of make an impact, so here we are today. And so the problem that we found is, according to the American Psychology Association, around 70% of college students struggle with their mental health at some point during their time at college. And with that, they said, comes a lack of resources and difficulties finding support groups and communities at their schools. And so what we came up with is this sweatshirt here. It has a QR code on the sleeve with the heart in the middle kind of going along with the wear your heart on your sleeve kind of idea. And what this QR code does is it takes you directly to our website that has a list of different mental health resources, whether that's suicide hotline, anxiety hotline, just different things like that. And then on the back of the sweatshirt, you see the 988. That is the National Suicide Hotline. Just kind of getting that number out there for people to know what it is. And then, so our goal as the company is to create a sense of community between our customers, feeling like they have a safe place to be and know that there's other people going through what they're going through, and then giving them access to those resources with the QR code. And finally, we're planning on donating 15% of our revenues to different mental health charities and organizations.
Through our customer discovery, we found that according to this pie chart right here, 91% of people we interviewed had been impacted by mental health, whether it was themselves or someone that they may be close to. Along with that, 86% of those people said that society needs to be more open about the mental health conversation in general. And 85% of people said they would wear clothing supporting mental health. So, what is our market? Right away, we're going to start off with our early adopters in Iowa City. We both go to school here, and we think it's the easiest way to kind of expand, especially through fraternity and sorority, like being a big thing on campus. After that, we plan on expanding to all of Iowa, such as Northern Iowa, Iowa State, Iowa Lakes Community College, etc. And then expanding to the entire Midwest, which would be all Big Ten schools where they have a large pre-Mandana organization present. And then all Power 5 colleges across the U.S. eventually. So, who are our main competitors? Our main competitors are Happiness Project and Mad Happy. Happiness Project does a great job with their resources, their message, and their pricing. However, the main issue we found is they're very bright and vivid clothes. We found that a lot of people don't necessarily want these bright and vivid clothes and would rather have more mellow, more earthy toned clothing without quotes on them promoting mental health, so they don't feel like they're sticking out as much. Mad Happy does the same thing with the messages, except their pricing is way, way too high. They sell a sweatshirt for around $120, while we sell ours for around $60.
So then, a little bit of a timeline. Mid to end July, hopefully within the next couple weeks, we're going to get our first prototypes. We've hit a little bit of a roadblock trying to get those, so hopefully we get those soon. And then in the middle of August, kind of around when school starts, we're hoping to launch and kind of get into some of those sororities and different organizations. And then October, we're hoping to get some new products, some different colored sweatshirts, and just new products in general. And then by the end of the year, we're hoping to have some community setups with some local mental health organizations. Thank you.
All right, questions?
So profits will be great, but before that, you've got to get the message out. So how are you going to be marketing your product, your solution, here at the university and elsewhere? You know, how are you gonna get that word out?
Yeah, so I think the main thing with college and high school students that we really want to focus on is social media. Social media is huge with high school and college students. They spend a lot of their day on their phones, and just getting ads on Instagram, TikTok, and also getting micro-influencers to sponsor our merchandise and wear it in the video and promote it and sponsor it, that could be a great way for people to actually be like, oh, my favorite TikToker is wearing this merch, I want to support that too. And so we think that's kind of the best way to go to market, as well as just word of mouth will be a big thing for us.
Have you considered talking to like local shops or the college bookstore or anything like that?
We think that that's a later plan of ours. We haven't really gotten to that yet, but yes, at some point getting into stores, absolutely.
How big do you see this becoming?
I think this is extremely scalable. There's a market for mental health clothing products that are not bright and vivid, that has been completely untouched. And I think that's exactly where we come in, because me personally, I know that I would rather wear an Earthy Tone sweatshirt or something that's not as bright or vivid and screams mental health as something that has a quote on it or something like that. We think that there's a lot of people very similar to us that would think the exact same thing.
You said that a community aspect was an important part of the product. Can you talk a little bit more about what you envision there?
Yeah, so in terms of, in my last slide, the community stuff in our local groups, we're hoping to kind of possibly partner with some of the mental health services at the university, along with some different local things to have our own like wellness wear kind of support group almost, and then kind of just in general community, kind of if someone sees this sweatshirt, they would go, okay, I'm not going through this alone. There's kind of other people in the same boat as me that kind of feel.
Just some comments. It makes me think a little bit of like the signs people put in their front yards, right, to support different causes. It's like a way to let people know, you know, hey, we support, you know, everybody. So that's pretty cool. And I also really agree with the design of the clothes. I like the neutral colors and, you know, just the number that would make someone ask, like, you know, what's the 988? And, you know, question it a little bit. But a question, how are you getting the clothing made?
Yeah, so we use Shopify and Printful. Shopify is amazing. I would definitely recommend it to anyone here. We're paying $40 for our website, and that comes with Printful add-on and everything. So they're actually making it and shipping it for us. We don't have to do any of that. We just send them our designs. And as you had mentioned earlier, we had a little bit of a roadblock with Printful. They're being a little weird with our designs. They were changing it, so we sent back our requests, and we're kind of in a back and forth right now. But other than that, everything is through Shopify. Everything's linked. You can customize everything. It really is great.
So where do you see this thing in the next 5 years?
I would say hopefully in the next 5 years, we definitely want to be on all Big Ten campuses. I think that's a good goal for us, especially being in the Midwest. I think it's very feasible, especially if we can get in contact with the Green Bandana organization at other schools as well. I think it can definitely be scalable to that within 5 years.
Other questions? Well, if there are no other questions, I'll ask our traditional final question. What can we as the community do to help you?
I would say, as of right now, if anyone knows or is close with any micro-influencers or anyone that has a large following on social media, we would love to talk to them to possibly get a partnership going, because we need those followers to hopefully see our merchandise.
Excellent. All right, let's give them a round of applause.